Hey coffee friends, I'm Marcus Bonney, Director of Coffee with Rattleware and Espresso Supply. And I've had the great pleasure of being a part of the specialty coffee industry for the last 15 years. And someone that has been a part of that certainly has some great opportunity to experience some really dazzling and amazing coffees. So much of that too has taken place at the cupping table and through the cupping process. But so much of that cupping process can be cumbersome, can be intimidating, can even be a little messy too. And so how great would it be to take that cupping process and what comes of that great coffee that you taste during that process into your coffee bars or cafes, or even into your customers' hands, to make it a less intimidating experience, to make it something that is really exceptional, and of course lets that coffee shine exactly as it is on its own too. Well, we'd like to introduce the Rattleware Cupping Brewer, which exactly does that. It really helps bring that cupping process to a much more straightforward fashion, but really lets that coffee shine all on its own. Let's get started. First of all, we'll want to go ahead and weigh out 30 grams of coffee. That's what we recommend for the Rattleware Cupping Brewer. You want to go ahead and grind it on about a medium to just slightly more coarse grind setting. That's going to give you the best grind setting for this type of brewing. You might consider it slightly full immersion, but more closer again to that cupping style too. We've gone ahead and brought our water up to 200 degrees, just slightly before boiling. Here's the plunger for the brewer. We'll talk about that here in just a second. I'll park that brewer right on top of a scale. Tear it out for us real quick. Again, 30 grams of just about medium ground coffee. We're going to use about a 1 to 15 brewing ratio for this, so that's going to be a total of about 500 grams of water. And what you want to do is make sure that all of the coffee gets saturated with that water. A nice quick pour. No need to kind of be overly delicate with your water pour or anything. Try to be as exact as possible to that 500 gram dose. You'll see that it won't quite fit all the way to the top, which makes folks feel a lot more comfortable when they're pouring out the water. Nothing overly difficult. At this point, you're also able to evaluate some of the aromatics in the coffee too, just as you would do at the cupping table. Great, so 4 minutes have passed now. I'm going to go ahead and break that crust. Again, don't go too deep into the cupping brewer, making sure that we're just getting that surface. That's a great opportunity for you to get additional aromatics. So at about 8 minutes into the brewing process, or however you would like your coffee, we will go ahead and start skimming the top of the coffee grounds off of that top layer. Just as you would in the coffee process, you want to remove all that residue that's on the top to make sure that it's the cleanest extraction that you can have too. I really prefer the 2-spoon method to get those grounds off there. Some folks can easily just use one, whatever works best for you. But really go ahead and skim all of that coffee off of there. And then once most of the coffee sediment has gone all the way down to the bottom of the Rattleware Cupping Brewer, you are ready to use that plunger. This plunger will not create a perfect seal on there, so what you will do is you'll put the plunger directly into the Rattleware Cupping Brewer. At this point, you are ready to pour yourself a cup of coffee. Go ahead and hold down the plunger while you're pouring. You'll have a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the cup, but that's perfectly okay. Adds to a little bit of the flavor. And guess what? Your coffee is now ready to enjoy. So nice. Great sweetness, really nice body, letting that coffee shine all by itself. And that is the Rattleware Cupping Brewer. Cleanup is pretty simple. Go ahead and just toss those grounds right in the garbage or in your composting bin. Rinse everything off and it's ready for your next cup of coffee. Again, I'm Marcus Bonney with Rattleware and Espresso Supply. We'll see you next time.